Hi there, my name is Rachel Tucker. I'm a fourth year classical studies major at the University of Guelph, and I'm in the class of 2020. So the reason I applied to Guelph in the first place was because I wanted to be a veterinarian. After my first year, I realized that wasn't really the case, so I switched over to the classics. Out of everything that I've been involved with, I think my favorite project was the Digital Latin Pedagogy project. So I was involved with this project through an undergraduate research assistantship, which is an employment position where the university employs you to help scholars with some of their research and doing a lot of different projects and editing. So yeah, through that position, I was able to make the first formal database for the Latin Pedagogy project. And it's just a massive recording of all of the grammatical details for one big passage of Latin. And it's really awesome for me to know, and really rewarding for me to know that I have contributed to something that in somewhere down the line is going to impact student interaction with the language in like a really meaningful way. Even though I'm not going to be here to see that, it's really cool to know that that is going to be the result of my efforts. In terms of involvement, like I said, I held the undergraduate research assistantship, which was just, oh man, aside from the Latin project, I edited articles and bibliographies, and there were so many opportunities for professional development that were just such a natural outpouring of that position. So if you're interested in academia or any kind of research, I would really recommend applying to URAs. They're really, really great. I also took an experiential learning course, and that had me shadow Dr. O'Cleary, who's a professor in my school's faculty. And I assisted in the instruction of a fourth year Latin translation course, and there were just tons of mentorship over the course of that time period, and he just helped me develop a pedagogical style that's like so far advanced and so much more sophisticated than I would be able to develop on my own. And being able to see the background and how professors manage their courses, that was really, really cool for me. In terms of student clubs, I was involved in Power to Change. I was a leader with them, and they're a faith-based community on campus. So for me, that was a really important part of my academic kind of career. I was really grounding for me to have spiritual support during those 4 years. So I'm really thankful for that. And I was also the president of the Guelph Classic Society for 2 years. And through them, we were able to, like, from the drawing board, I guess, to the first publication, we were able to found the first undergraduate classics journal at the University of Guelph. It is peer-reviewed. There is a conference associated with it. And it's really awesome. It's provided some really cool opportunities for undergrads to get their work published and to be involved with the editing process and the journal management process. And it's so cool. It's called Canta Aede. Go look it up. It's my baby. I love it. Yeah, so that was really, really impactful. So next I've been asked to talk about a memorable experience working with a faculty member. And this one's hard because there are so many. There are really so many. My program is really small, and we have 3 faculty. So we all know each other really well, and we all benefit from like the mentorship of our faculty. Like, they're so open to like helping us with our research interests, and it's just so awesome to have them around. So yeah, I don't want to start talking about too many experiences because then I just won't stop. But they're just like very supportive, really here to watch us succeed and to help us succeed in any way that they can. And we really appreciate them. So in terms of my plans for after graduation, I hope to keep things academic. I would love to teach at a university someday. This September I'll be enrolling in a master's of classical studies over at Waterloo, and yeah, I'm really excited for that. I want to continue researching, and I already have, I think, a really good training and really good foundation that's been given to me by Guelph for further research, and I feel really prepared and really confident for it. Advice for future Gryphons, I think the biggest thing is not to be intimidated. My experience was that university was very hyped up for me, and I was really worried that the profs were kind of out to fail me and that everything was so scary. That's not the case at all. And I found that there was no reason for that. The upper year students that I was so terrified of were really welcoming. And in terms of clubs, I think the first year just have so much to offer in terms of fresh perspective and energy. And yeah, I think that there is so much space on campus for first years to thrive, and don't allow like intimidation to hold you back from that. You really don't have time. I can tell you right now, I am sitting at the back end of my undergraduate career and it went so quickly. Just make the most of it. In terms of other topics that are important, I think sometimes when we talk about education, mental health is not always at the forefront of the conversation, but Guelph offers some really good mental health support services. There are some offered through counseling, Wraithby House, the Athletic Center. I would say definitely familiarize yourself with the resources that you have at hand, because they can be so helpful for you as you make the transition from home to university and from university to beyond. So that's, I guess, my piece of advice. Thanks.